We've seen drama, we've seen amazingness, and now we're about to get into, as we said, our final game of the night. This one, Kansas City going up against the Houston Rangers, Monarchs versus Rangers. For this one, we have Desta Imani as our wide receiver, our last playable character of the week. And hopefully we get to see some amazingness, but not if Dalton gets sacked in the backfield, 2nd and 17. This is our league that we just created out of nowhere. We created the teams, we created the logos, we created everything straight from scratch, threw it up on the mod for Pro Strategy Football, and here we are. And another flag on the play movement before the flag, 3rd and 18 for Kansas City. We created everything from scratch, and anybody who wanted to sign up and put a character in the game, we were more than happy to do so. Matter of fact, we're still accepting applications until after next week's game. So it's still time to come if you guys want it. I'm going to put the link in the description, in the comments right here. And I put the link in the description because I am still talking to my YouTube people at the same time. So 1 second. But yeah, everything is completely simulated. I am just here giving commentary at the moment. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me any, because I do like talking about sports and football and a bunch of stuff that I absolutely do love. In fact, I can just put it over here, right here, where I know that I got this thing saved. And there you go. Of course, everyone learns to love. It's just a matter of how you learn to. It's a matter of finding your love language there, GG. If you find your love language, then you'll definitely know how to love. 3rd and 2 after a 4-yard gain to Davenport. Houston is threatening inside. Houston from the Texas division. Right now, Houston threatening inside. Both teams with a win and a loss early on in the season. Neither one of them able to figure out what their identity is. Houston with the run off to Lamp. Lamp getting swarmed, but only after a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 2. Fournette, though, the first one's on the board. We already saw how the rainy conditions made it almost impossible for the passing game to get started. Running game doesn't matter, though, because apparently they're still keeping it coming. After the point after touchdown, Houston leading 7-0 on Kansas City. KC sometimes having some glimpses of greatness, other times having a few struggles as well. Now coming out of the strong guy formation, Dalton throwing it up, getting it to Desta Imani, this time going first to the new hire, the rookie, Desta Imani. Last few games didn't even bother to, last 2 games didn't really target him that much, but a 4-yard loss definitely wipes away that play. But an encroachment definitely helps. Now it's 3rd and 1, KC. Dalton back to pass. Dalton with the pump fake. No one around for that pass. Alapio nowhere near it. 4th and 1. 3 and out immediately. Nothing on that punt either. Evans calling for the fair catch. Getting it to the 32-yard line. Houston getting a chance. Houston with a handoff to Fournette. Fournette getting stuffed at the line. Hopefully KC's defense can hold up and get a 3 and out of their own, or even a turnover. Incomplete pass on that one. 3rd and 11 for Houston. Armstead back to pass, getting a little bit of pressure. Another incomplete pass. Works wonders for KC. Kansas City. Vital with the punt. Now, unlike regular football that you might see on your TV screen, this moves at a pretty fairly quick clip. Each game maybe lasts about 30 minutes. that we watch, which honestly makes it a little bit easier to swallow. And plus, since you have characters, since you have players on the field that are belonging to characters that you care about, Amani with another great catch right there. 16 yards, 1st and 10 for KC. It works a little bit better. Peterman getting the first down after an 11-yard gain, and now Kansas City threatening inside Houston territory, but that pitch out to Bowman does absolutely nothing. Dessa Amani, or Makaze lined up top. Halapio getting a 4-yard catch for 3rd and 6. Dalton back to pass. Dalton incomplete. But there is a flag on the play. Oh, Kansas City had 12 men on the field. Gonna just go ahead and decline that, send them down the field. Great kick, pinning them inside their own 10. Kicked all the way to the 6-yard line. Now, if the defense could put pressure, but it's hard to do that when Lamp gets an 8-yard gain immediately on 1st down. Armstead handing off to Lamp again. Lamp. As Brick said in Anchorman, I do love Lamp. And it looks like Houston loves Lamp too. Another 3-yard gain. Armstead handoff to Fournette. Fournette getting past the marker. Fournette streaking down the field. Touchdown saving tackle by Funchess, but not before he gets into Kansas City territory. Davenport with the run out. Davenport, their running game is absolutely punishing Kansas City. And sure enough, Kansas City is the only one with any kind of passing yards, but 115 rushing yards for Houston. That is not sustainable for Kansas City and their defense. Pushed out of bounds after a 6-yard run, adding more fuel to the fire as their running game just rips and runs all over Kansas City. If you can't get your opposing team's offense off the field, it's going to be near impossible to get stops and to get your own momentum going. Sure enough, those penalties certainly don't help. Now it's 1st and 5 for Houston. Davenport finally stopped for a 1-yard loss, but it's still 2nd and 6. Houston within field goal range. Davenport running again. Davenport stopped just shy of the sticks. 3rd and 2. Houston. Goal line formation. Lamp getting stopped right at the line. Kansas City's defense finally deciding to show up, putting a stop to the run, but the damage has already been done. 12 minutes left in the half, and they're already down by 10. I already know your secrets, Greg. GG. Bolden, though, with a great run to the 36-yard line. Hand off to Balaj. Yeah, honestly, it's incredibly surreal. I was not expecting that myself. Because I'm like, yo, we barely got any views on it. So how did y'all find us? 3rd and 9. Dalton back to pass. Dalton deciding to go for the trips. Incomplete pass, throwing it into traffic. Now it's 4th and 9. Kansas City. 10:45 left in the half. Getting it just to the 20-yard line. Just enough to put the pressure off. But sure enough, here comes the running game, ready to run down Kansas City's defense. Lamp again, getting the direct snap. Lamp again, getting the first down, and then some. It is not going to be easy to stop Houston if you cannot stop the run. And so far, Kansas City unable to stop the run or even get their own running game going. Hand off to Lamp. Hand off to Lamp. Lamp. Have they even thrown a single pass? I can't even tell. And right when I asked for it, here comes the pass. And there goes Scandrick with the catch in traffic. 26 yards to the Kansas City 26. Armstead, the handoff. Lamp finally getting stuffed way behind the line. 2nd and 14 for Houston. Still close enough to make issues. Davenport getting a few yards on that one. 3rd and 12, Houston. Armstead coming right out of the shotgun. Armstead up the middle and incomplete on that pass. Kansas City's defense doing enough to prevent a touchdown, but again, still within field goal range. It's good. Down 13-0 against Houston on the road. Coming down here to Texas is not going to be an easy task for anybody already not in the Texas division here on the Western Conference. But Kansas City still has some time. Burnett dropping the ball. Kansas City, though, retaining possession as it falls out of bounds. Dalton back to pass. Dalton up the middle. Incomplete pass. This one to Rush. 2nd and 10. Amani lined up top. Dalton missing his target on the screen. Ioannidis doing a good job on the defense. Amani lined up with Rush on the bottom of your screen. Amani with the catch. Getting just past the marker. 5:32 left in the half. Dalton dropping back to pass. Another incomplete pass. This one falling at the feet of Halapio. Amani lined up alone on the opposite side of that trips formation. Peterman getting a few yards on the run. 3rd and 7 at their own 46. Dalton back to pass once again. Dalton to Amani. Now it seems like he knows that Amani is going to be there as your pressure valve. There to take all the pressure off your team. But here comes the blitz. Dalton avoiding the blitz just to turn a potential sack into a 2-yard gain. Just out of the outstretched hands of Amani. 3rd and 8. Got to give yourself a few times. Trips left. Peterman running it up the middle, but getting stuffed at the line. 4th and 7. 54-yard field goal for Kansas City. They do not have the distance. That is a shame. That's a shame. Lamp, though. Lamp deciding he wants to keep the pressure going. Gets pushed out of bounds. 2:30 left in the quarter. Fournette getting completely stuffed at the line. But here we go with the 2-minute warning. Yeah, they've thrown 4 passes and completed only one of them. But they're still all over this game when it comes down to the yardage with 165 yards, all of it on the ground. When it comes down to Amani, he's the only one who's been able to pull in any catches. 4 receptions for 48 yards. Hopefully they can turn that into something, but it's kind of hard to get the rest of your team on base when it comes down to completing passes here in the rain. We only have 2 more minutes left in this half. Let's go ahead and jump right into the remainder. 3rd and 8. Houston working the hurry-up offense. If Kansas City could hold on, they can try to make a run for it. Up the middle, though. Jefferson with the catch. Jefferson bringing it into the red zone. Caught and stopped at the 16-yard line. Not wanting to use up any of their timeouts. Going no huddle. Armstead back, but he hands off to Davenport off the draw play. Gets 9 yards off the draw. 45 seconds left in the half. Fournette kicking it outside. Fournette getting stopped right at the line. 3rd and 1. Houston decided to call a timeout. Was expecting to catch them off guard and get into the end zone. Armstead getting harassed, but a 2-yard gain gets them the first down. Now it's time to call a timeout and take your time. It's 1st and goal. Armstead back to pass. Armstead up the middle. Armstead intercepted by Asiata. Kansas City has all their timeouts. Dalton back to pass. Dalton up the middle to Ballage. 20-yard gain to their halfback. Calling a timeout with 22 seconds left in the half. Dalton deciding to hand off to Peterson. 2nd and 8. Probably not the best choice of their time. 16 seconds left in the half. Flag on the play. Oh, that false start is not going to help. 2nd and 13. 16 seconds left in the half. Dalton from the shotgun formation. Dalton, incomplete pass. 3rd and 13 with 10 seconds left in the half. Amani lined up down low, going Hail Mary. Dalton, all the time in the world. Dalton launching it, unleashing the beast. Incomplete. 4th down. Might as well go for it. 1 second left. Dalton getting sacked. Starting this half the way, ending this half the way he started it, with a sack. Amani, 4 catches for 48 yards, but Houston able to capitalize on so many of the mistakes, so many of the bad penalties. And here they are with a 13-0 lead over Kansas City. Let's see if the final half of this week, what they have in store for us. Kansas City having to kick it away to Houston. The Rangers. Bohannon not even getting it to the 15-yard line. This could spell good news for the Kansas City Monarchs if they can manage to consistently stop the run. Houston, Armstead getting it up, incomplete pass. Let's take a look and see. Hopefully we get a change of philosophy when it comes down to Kansas City. But Davenport wanting to keep the run going. Drive still going after that long run from him. Armstead to Lamp. Lamp only getting 2 yards on that. 2nd and 8 for Houston from their own 29-yard line. Flag on the play, however. False start. Finally, one of these calls goes Kansas City's way, pushing them back to 2nd and 13. Armstead back to pass once again. Armstead incomplete. 3rd and 13. Funches with a good job on that play. Twins left formation. Armstead getting sacked behind the line. 6-yard loss back behind the 20. 4th and 19, going to have to punt it away. There is a flag on the play, though. Is it incidental running into the kicker or roughing? It's incidental. They move forward 5 yards, but it's still 4th down. 4th and 14. Punt once again. They almost shot themselves in the foot. Dalton back to pass. Dalton incomplete. Intended for Jalapio, but nothing going for them. 2nd and 10. Amani lined up bottom of your screen. Here comes the screen. Peterman getting a nice 5 yards for his troubles. 3rd and 5 for Kansas City. Dalton right out of the shotgun, deciding to give it up to Ballage. Ballage only getting 2 yards. Now it's 4th and 3. And they go 3 and out. But with a good punt, they could pin Houston down in their own red zone. And sure enough, right there at the 5-yard line. The game of field position is incredibly important because then they have to start off all the way from back here. But again, it doesn't seem to matter if you cannot stop the run. 5-yard gain after the first down. Lamp running again, getting the first down after 6 yards. Starting from the 11, 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz. Lamp managing to read it perfectly. Getting another 6-yard gain pushed out of bounds. 2nd and 4 for Houston. Hand off to Davenport. Davenport running his way up the middle and the heart of the defense. 9 yards. 1st and 10 from the 31. Fournette, finally they get a stop on their end. 2nd and 13. Houston. Armstead dropping back to pass. Armstead gets it to Jefferson, but there's a flag on the play. Roughing the passer. Get an additional 1st down, and they get it from their own 45. 6-yard gain to Houston. Another flag on the play. Offensive holding this time, pushing them back. Armstead back. Armstead given time to throw. Incomplete pass. Now it's 3rd and 14. Houston. This is what you got to do. You got to put them in these kind of bad kind of situations. And sure enough, 4th down. An attempted pass to Scandrick, falling short of the receiver. Deep kick, trying to pin them deep in their own territory. Getting it at least to the 12-yard line, so it's still a pretty good kick. And off to Peterman. They are getting nothing on the ground, so it's kind of hard to figure out what their strategy should be. Amani lined up at the bottom of your screen. Pitch out to Peterman. Peterman, again, only getting a handful of yards, if any. Kansas City rolling out to the right. Incomplete pass. The woes continue. Kicking it from their own end zone. Less than 5.5 minutes left in this quarter. Getting it to the 40-yard line for Houston. Houston becoming a little bit dangerous. It's kind of hard to figure out what they can and can't do. Fournette. 18-yard run deep into Kansas City territory. And here comes Lamp to continue to add more fuel to the fire. 3-yard gain, bringing it to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Houston. And here comes Lamp again. Another nice run. Gets demolished, though, after the 4-yard gain. Single back formation, now finally deciding to let it loose. But the passing game, the same way that the running game for Kansas City isn't working for them, the passing game for Houston is just leaving much to be desired. That kick is short.
It's short.
Completely short. Kansas City has a chance to... Oh, here comes Peterman. Nice run up the middle, 9-yard gain. Now you can switch to the passing game just to see what you can get out of it. Instead, they run out to Bowman. Bowman gets absolutely nothing. Pushed out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1. Hand off to Balaj. Balaj stuffed at the line for a 1-yard loss. 3 and out after that missed field goal. My word. Got it too close to the line, and now Houston starts from their own 20. A minute 34 left in the quarter. 2-yard gain for Houston. Honestly, Houston has no reason and no thought to try to pass the ball, but here they are passing it for a 5-yard gain. But the flag on the play, and of course, roughing the passer pushes them even closer to Kansas City territory. Starting from their own 42, tackled behind the line by Yard with a 2-yard loss against Houston. Armstead back to pass. Hargrave with the catch. They're only getting those 2 yards back. And that is the end of the quarter. And sure enough, Kansas City getting absolutely nothing, not even 100 yards of total offense. Something has got to give, and maybe it's a change of personnel. Who knows? We start the final quarter with Houston up 13-0. Kansas City not able to get anything going. Vitale punting it away, trying to coffin corner, getting it toward the sideline, and sure enough, getting it to the 4-yard line. An amazingly accurate kick. Pitch out to Bowman. Bowman getting some yards. More than they've been getting on the ground today. Dalton back to pass. Dalton to Jalapio. Jalapio finally managing to pull in a reception. And Desta Amani looks like he pulled a hamstring. One of the biggest targets that they've had. Not able to get it going, but an encroachment definitely does help. Turning that into a 1st and 5 for Kansas City from their own 30. Dalton back to Peterman. Peterman, just a 2-yard gain, but you got 3 downs to get 5 yards. Hopefully you have personnel to make this work for you. Back to pass. Incomplete pass. Dalton trying to get it to Jalapio once again, getting nothing out of it. Draw play for Peterman. Peterman stuffed at the line. 4th and 2. Once again, not able to get anything on the ground. I don't know if you can attribute that to the Houston defense or just the lack of ability for a few of the personnel for Kansas City. Start of the play drive. 37-yard line. Gets it to the Kansas City 48 after that long pass. Armstead, handoff to Lamp. Lamp getting drilled after a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 for Houston. The Rangers are definitely doing a great job of field and time management. They're not sitting here worried. They're not rushing anything. And honestly, you've got to commend them for that, even though they have not been getting anything as much on the air. But we have a flag on the play after Fournette gets stuffed. Illegal block. Kansas City deciding to deny it. Simmons going for a 56-yard field goal. It looks like he has the distance. And he does. 56-yard field goal. And Houston continuing the shutout of Kansas City. An illegal block in the back on that play, having to start from your own 10-yard line. Lord. Dalton handoff to Balaj. Balaj getting some yards, 6 yards on the ground right there. 2nd and 4. Once again, Amani still out. Screen pass to Peterman. Peterman gets the 1st down and a little bit more. Keeping it going. 6 yards for them. 1st and 10. 8:38 left in the game. Dalton back to pass. Dalton throws it into traffic. Intended for Jalapio. Amani back in the game. Thank goodness. Because they need some targets. Amani lining up top. This one again to Jalapio, just outside the outstretched hands. 3rd and 10 with 8:24 left, down by 16. 2 touchdowns can put you in better position, but you can't if you give up a 7-yard sack. Another sack, and Dalton is down again. Eating turf. Barely gets it across midfield. Gets it back to the Kansas City 49. Houston just running circles around Kansas City. The Monarchs unable to put anything together today. Hand off to Lamp. Lamp gets across the sticks. 1st down for Houston. Armstead hand off to Lamp once again. Lamp. Only a 2-yard gain, but right now it's all about timing. You just went from 8 minutes in a few plays to 5:50. And after that 7-yard gain, you can keep it going. Hand off again to Davenport. Davenport gets it past the marker. 4-yard gain, 1st and 10, Houston. Armstead pitch out to Fournette. 2nd and 8 for Fournette. Fournette playing the third anchor on the squad. Lamp, the first one that they go for, gets it within the red zone, gets it within the 10-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal. Davenport getting stopped after a 5-yard gain, gets it to the 4-yard line. This is all about taking up as much time as possible. Don't even bother dropping back to pass. Here comes Lamp. Lamp stopped right at the line. They're at the 4. Kansas City deciding to call a timeout, hoping that they might be able to stop them. But here comes Fournette, and their hopes are dashed. A 4-yard gain to Fournette. Touchdown, Houston. Less than 3 minutes left, down by 4 scores. This game is basically over. Dalton back to pass. Dalton throwing trips right. Incomplete again. Clock stops once again. That one intended for Barber. Rushing Amani up at the top of your screen. Dalton pump fake. Dalton throwing it down the middle. Gets it to Peterman. Gets it across midfield. Kansas City deciding to go no huddle. I think they're just hoping to get some points on the board to avoid the complete and total shutout. Gets it to Rush. Rush runs it across the field, pushed out of bounds. 2:19 left in the game. This is all about respect right here. Try to put something on the board, try to put something together, and move toward next week. Here comes the blitz to Dalton. Dalton throwing it up top, just out of the outstretched hands of Rush. 3rd and 10. Off of that blitz, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. Dalton back to pass. Dalton up the middle. Once again, incomplete. This one to Peterman. Last play, likely of the game for Kansas City. And there goes that blitz, and that should do it. It's all going to be kneeling and runs at this point. Pitch out to Lamp. Lamp staying in bounds. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. 1:15. Kansas City not calling timeouts. Pitch out to Davenport. Just taking a few seconds off. 36 seconds left in the game. Hand off to Fournette. Gets it to midfield. And there you have it. Last play, likely of the game. And there it is. Kansas City getting completely shut out on the road for Houston. Desta Amadi trying to carry this offense on their back, but they need to get something going. 4 catches for 48 yards. Not able to capitalize on getting targeted far more this game than he did the previous 2 games. Kansas City dropping to 1-2. Houston improving to 2-1. And that is the end of our broadcast night. It is all over. All of the games have been played, and we're going to be moving on to next week. We got a few other matchups moving forward as well for week 4. If you want to add your name to the list, we have the form right there. I'll post it once again right here. It's really just simple. The form, the rules, not even really many rules, but the form, the way that this works out, all will be detailed in the post on our Patreon. You don't have to be a patron to see it. Don't even have to be a patron to join, but it is greatly appreciated because if you are a patron, now I get to do my little segue, you get your names added to this little list that's coming up, scrolling on the side right here. Only you can see it on YouTube right now, but all of our contributors will be seen right there at the end of videos like these and at the end of our trailer drop videos, which we are getting up later on tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Hope you're having a wonderful time out there. And we'll catch you for week 4 of Titan Championship football. We'll catch y'all later. Deuces.